by the looks of things. Stands there with the ball ready to be dropped in his horrible pink boots.
Never over the boots, are you, Shanaga?
Taken nicely by Isipathana, but it's a penalty straight off for Isipathana. Referee wants to have a chat with Randik Alvis and the offending player. Who was it? No uncertain terms. Next time it's a card, says the referee.
Randika should have known better, should know better. I know he knows better. Just can't afford to do that right at the beginning of the second half.
I think Isipathana tried to make a bit of a meal of that and may have actually deprived his team of a nice scoring opportunity.
Yeah.
Because they had a good move on there.
Exactly, just a bit too much of drama there. Once again, that football aspect that has crept into rugby, Shanagan.
Absolutely. Well, Trinity are standing well on the...
What was Basu doing there? Dharmasena just chucked over to onto Isipathana there, but good drive there, fabulous drive.
Taruka with a big rumble there. De Costa looking for the diagonal kick. Harlik Wadud waits, takes it nicely, the little man.
Safe as a house, maybe a little hot, but very safe.
Makes the tackle as well. But the replacement fullback Silva comes away with it. Hacked
Still
down the field.
Unsettled, both of the teams are still trying to get into the groove.
Really poor option there by Sanjay Somasiri, who Amrit mentioned a little while ago. He's having an absolute shocker. He had the entire breadth of the field outside him and chose to go in field.
Giragama after the ball there. Good hit, good big hit. Made it count. Made it really count. The number 24, that's the replacement fullback, isn't it, Shanaka?
Yes, that's WKIS Silva, and I'll tell you what, Anup, ever since he went off, Situm Chatusanka has really been missed by the Isipathana team. The replacement is obviously not as good, well, not nearly as good as Chatusanka is, and without him on the field in that counter attack, they are really missing some speed. So that back three that used to be so formidable has been cut down by a third, so that's going to be a problem for Isipathana. So if I were Trinity, I'd be doing what I'm doing right now and keep kicking to him. Wind has picked up again, but it's coming from behind us here in the commentary box, which means that it's going across the field, not 10 meters, says the referee. Kumendra Dharmadasa trying to calm his players down. They mustn't panic, they know it's only 3 points.
Opting to run, Isipathana.
Surya Rachi, Sirivardhana, Silva, Arun Kumar. Nicely taken in the tackle by Tarinder Atwata. He keeps going though, but was stalled. Surya Rachi calling for his forwards. This is Charuka, well handled there.
Numbers in defense, but he's still on his feet. Fabulous work there. Brilliant to watch.
Oh, that's awesome work by Tisala Karunathilaka. Wrestled the ball off a much bigger man. Unfortunately, they've lost it again. No, they haven't. Somasiri puts the box kick in.
Udalagama after it yet again. Will it bounce favorably for him? No, not to be this time.
But you can see that he puts the fear of God into that Trinity, into the Isipathana back three, because they're very hesitant to go for that ball with Udalagama breathing down their necks.
I think Udalagama has been a very underappreciated player throughout the season for Trinity. I think Harlik Wadud and the likes of Senivi Ratna and Tisila and also Tarinder Atwat, they have taken a lot of credit for good work, and unfortunately Udalagama has been on the sidelines. But he's a brilliant player. He has a good sense of awareness and knows to be in the right place at the right time, and unfortunately hasn't got the credit that he deserves.
Well, I don't know about that, Anup. He scored a fair few tries, a couple in the Bradby as well. Harlik Wadud gives it off to Ratwata. Takes his time as he always does. Nice work there. Wonderful hands to Dharmasena.
Once again, those basketball skills coming into the forefront. One hand collection, just offloads ever so cannily. Not knocked on, says referee.
Well, that looked like it was knocked on, and if they can get this away, they've got numbers outside. Oh, that's got to be a yellow card if there ever was one.
True,
that has absolutely got to be a yellow card. Tisila Karunathilaka knew exactly where he was. He knew exactly what he was doing. He's lucky to stay on the field there, Anup. That's a big call, and I think it will affect the game because Isipathana, if they got that ball away, they were away. They had 3 players on 1, and that was absolutely going to be a try. Tisila Karunathilaka really lucky not to be caught out on that one. I think referee Dinimal has missed a trick. Smart play by the number 12 though.
Really consistency and not Nimal's forte by the looks of it. That I have to agree with you, Shanaka. I'm sure Tisila was fully aware what he was doing.
Another shocking kick by Hiranta Pereira, who hasn't been having a great game himself.
I think Silva has been replaced, Shanaka. I think the coach has had enough.
Yes, you got a feel for the lad.
Probably he's a good player, but probably not his day. You really can't judge a player by looking at him once. Dharmasena took and he finds like, and this guy's got legs. Prowling Somasiri.
That was Veerasinghe with a wonderful run. Surya Rachi waits for it.
He did the exact same thing in Sri Lankan colours as well, Shanaka. Space on the outside.
Hiranta Pereira is going straight through. Yes, he's trying to, but he coughs the ball up.
Fortunate, very, very fortunate for Trinity. There's 5 points for the taking for Isipathana, right in front of their eyes there.
And Amrit says that Hiranta Pereira has coughed it up at least 4 times, and he's absolutely right. They have been butchering a few open field opportunities, Anup, and that's going to really be their downfall if they lose this match today. Places where you would expect Isipathana to score from, with a few angles and options available to them, they really have managed to make a hash of it.
Man on the deck for Isipathana. Can't quite figure out who it is. Is it Veerasinghe? No.
Yes, it is Veerasinghe, I think. He's the one who made the run. They'll miss him in the line out if they can't use him.
That is a dreadful sight for any Isipathana fan.
I think he's done his shoulder. Anup, yes, it looks very much like he's done his shoulder. If I'm not mistaken, it looks like it's dislocated. I've seen far worse things still keeping Isipathana players on the field. So let's hope the boy can make it.
Very true. If there's ever a team that could muster up big hits, broken hands, dislocated shoulders, you name it, it's Isipathana.
Kumendra Dharmadasa running his star line-out jumper back to the line-out. He will absolutely need him here.
Trinity can't afford to make an error here. Good presence of mind. Good presence of mind. Fabulous try. Would you believe it? Absolutely brilliant.
Surya Rachi scoring there for Isipathana. Sanjay Somasiri once again not protecting that ball after he put it in. Rail Madhan also letting it squirt out from under his feet. Inexcusable play from the number 8, who also has not had a fantastic game today. So it really has been that 8, 9, 10 combination for Trinity that has let them down a little bit. And Isipathana this time profiting from a fortuitous try, and it's not anything more than they deserve. So it's 15 points to 13 with the conversion still to come.
Spot on about Sanjay Somasiri's game today. He's one of those players that the Trinity team looks up to. He's been doing this day in, day out for so many years, and he's been doing it really well as well. But unfortunately today it doesn't seem to be his day.
Yes, it's sad when good players have days like this, when it affects your team, but that's sport, Anup. That absolutely is sport, and single Akshana trying to charge it down. Not a good kick from Hiranta Pereira. Not having the legs or the distance. So 15 plays 13. Absolutely nothing in that margin. It's just 2 points, which is just a penalty away. And I must say both teams have not given away too many penalties in kicking positions. They've kept their discipline. They know how important that is. But again, they really need to concentrate from this restart now, Isipathana. They didn't do well after they scored the last try, and they had a bit of a shambolic kickoff. But now they will really need to sort it out if they are to keep focus. Rahul Madena having a word with the referee, probably trying to explain why he let that ball come out from between his legs. And that's not something that the referees wants to have anything to do with.
Good clean collection there by Suryarachi.
Bad kick. Giragama. Somasiri flings it out to Wadud. Wadud goes across field. Kumendra Dharmadasa does brilliantly.
Not the best option there by Wadud. He had numbers on the outside. I don't know why he decided to run right across the field. They've been better off offloading or employing his fellow players on the far end of the field. Just got himself and his team into trouble by running across the field, Shanaka.
Yes, and I'm just looking at Tisila and Kanil lining up. They've seen little or nothing of the ball today. Arun Kumar predictably coming off the back. Suryarachi does well. Hevage into the game. He's obviously one of their starters, but must be an injury leaving him off the pitch, and he's come back. Tackler not rolling away, says the referee. Tisila Karnatilaka, the guilty party. And the referee is going to be giving a yellow card to Disanayaka. Don't know what he did there. Did you manage to catch it, Anup?
Not quite sure what happened there. I was more interested in what Tisila was doing there.
I think he's given the yellow card for talking back. It's a little harsh.
Well, lucky break for Trinity nevertheless, yet again. But good defense by the two centers. Shanaka spreading wide, covering defense. The two stalwarts just getting into the thick of things when they really needed them.
Very much so. And that's why I need the experienced players to step up even when they're not in the game. They need to step up and focus on when they're needed. Randika always at the top.
Nobody there to collect from Randika. He was a bit worried there.
Coming and going, says the referee. He came into the line out, left and came back again. The Trinity forwards not looking too impressed with that call.
Unsettled at the line out there. Trinity weren't sure as to what they were opting for as far as the ploy is concerned. Randika always looked lost while in mid-air.
The wind, as we said, blowing across field and up now, so Hiranta not taking that into account.
Once again, the ball drifting infield, starting to look for a touch.
Suryarachi.
Once again, even the passes are going wayward, Shanaka. So it's not just up in the air, it's just, and even at ground level, the wind is a factor.
Yes, it absolutely is. Knock on. There was a very flat pass there by Suryarachi, got away with it.
Fresh legs on the park for Isipathana.
They've got to bring one in, so which means they'll lose one of their back row forwards. That's Silva going off.
He's had a good game, Shanaka. He usually does. Quietly goes about his business. Doesn't make much of a fuss when he's doing his job. Once again, Arun Kumar making a break, but this time Madena not there to cover it. Single Akshara having to do some cover-up work there.
Well, actually, Anup, this yellow card could, funnily enough, play into the hands of Isipathana. They've sent a player off, one of the back row players, which means that Isipathana need to have only 7 players, which means they've got to drop a back row as well, which means Arun Kumar's got a lot more room to run when his back row counterparts are not marking him. So that's going to be an interesting little passage of play.
True enough. Isipathana feed to the scrum.
Chosen to run it
outside.
now. Hirantha has been very selfish today.
Hirantha trying to outsmart Kanil Seniviratne. Very unlikely that you would manage to do that.
Yes, I think Hirantha didn't have Kanil with him in that under-19 squad. Kanil choosing not to make that tour of Sri Lanka. But if he did, he wouldn't be trying to run around him. Know exactly what Seniviratne is capable of, and he really has done well in keeping one of the danger men for Isipathana at bay.
The title holders of the 2012 Milo President's Trophy, ladies and gentlemen. Into the second half, Patana leading with 15 points, and it's the Trinity.
That's a great line-out steal by Isipathana. De Costa dances back in field, does well. That's a lovely little shimmy from him.
I think that steal was aided by Trinity as well.
Charuka doing well there. Tarindra Ratwata has been in the thick of the defense today.
Now Trinity need men on the outside.
Hirantha chooses not to give it once again. That time probably the right option.
Trinity have stolen the ball. Good work at the breakdowns. Once again, Kanil Seniviratne in the thick of things. Somasiri.
It's Seniviratne and Thisila Karnatilaka once again with Singalakshara, the senior man. They're the ones who did that good work there, but now they're needed on the other side of the field. Here we go. This is the man that we've had under the cosh for most of the day today. Who did the Taranatha? He put the kick in, had a man flying outside of him.
And I think Somasiri has taken the ball into the scoring area, so we'll have a scrum down at 5-meter mark. What does the replay say? Well, touch and go.
I think he did touch it, Anup, so it's a correct call from the referee.
Yeah, I agree.
And this is where we'll see that number 7 missing going to be very important once again. Arun Kumar's definitely going to go off the back of this. Whether he goes blind side, I don't know. It's not the traditional side to go. But when you don't have a... there he goes the normal way. He goes from the right.
The Isipathana team being charged on by the supporters. Here in numbers.
Surya Rachi.
Looking to spread it wide. They'll have to think twice before throwing a long pass, especially due to the wind factor.
This Fernando isolating himself once again. That's great work. Great work again by Thisila Karunatilaka. He's nicely drifted, made sure he made the tackle and actually won the breakdown. That's a superb work from him twice in a row. Isipathana really running short of ideas out wide.
You did mention, Shanaka, that Thisila and Kanil have not been used offensively in the second half by any means. But as all good players do, they keep themselves busy in defense. They make use of them. They find things to be useful with and try and make their efforts count. And boy, did Trinity need those.
It's all well and good to have good players, Anup, but when you have good partnerships, especially in your 12 and 13, your 9 and your 10, that's something that really makes a massive difference. And this time around, Trinity really have found a combination by switching those two players that works for them.
Dooley once again having a terrible game with the line out. He's not sorted that out, and I think Trinity will do well to keep away from the touchlines, Shanaka. That's one thing that's going to cost them, if at all.
Himasha coming onto the field for Isipathana. Looked like he was just going to get a touch there, but he didn't. Arun Kumar took it to ground. He's in the number 22 jersey. This is Charuka. Ratpatha brings him down nicely. He's done his job well. That time the tackler didn't roll away. Here the Isipathana supporters yelling from just below us saying take it, take it. But why would you when the Isipathana, the Trinity line-out isn't functioning very well? They'll fancy their chances of rumbling it over from here.
You're spot on, Shanak. I think they've figured out the best way forward for Isipathana. Trinity can and will be tested at the line out here. Dharmasena has a lot on his plate now.
Veerasinghe does well at the line out there. Arun Kumar nicely brought to ground.
There.
Suryarachi looks for Fernando. Fernando looks for the replacement Karunaratne. Sirivardhana. This Gomez. Suryarachi again to De Costa. The two danger men out wide. Hirantha brings it back in. De Costa on his own. Suryarachi does well, but Tisila Karunathilaka, a wonderful defense. Not committing himself, but cutting off the options for the attacking players. Great work from the big man.
I think there's another underlying tactic being employed here, Shanaka. They're tiring the Trinity defense out here. Isipathana has been tested very little. They've been working with a few people and only a few people. Good drive, fabulous drive there.
Gomes and Charuka with two good drives. De Costa, dummies.
Catches
so into a big forward.
Basu Karunathilaka there.
The ball is still available for him, though Kumendra Dhanmadasa yelling, saying, no, wait, we're coming. Picks it up and goes himself, the captain. He's had a good game. Pick and go seems to be the call at the moment. And why not? Charuka. Arun Kumar waits. Now he picks up and goes. They've got numbers on the outside.
Numbers on the outside.
The long
Will
pass.
do well too.
Udita Taranatha tries to flick it back in field, but it's a knock-on once again.
Fortunate, very fortunate for Trinity. Looks as if try was on the cards for Isipathana.
Just what Amrit was saying, they're lacking a little bit of patience. They're going their first phase, their second phase well. The third and the fourth phases are letting Isipathana down. They really have to be a little bit more patient, not look for the offload when it's not on 100%. And that's something that's really letting them down.
Trinity, on the other hand, have been defending for quite a while now. It must be taking some toll on especially the forwards. Madhina once again under a lot of pressure.
Did well that time though. Tarinder Ratpatha with that cultured right boot of his. Pink boot or not, it really is a wonderful amount of time that he has on his hands to clear the ball. Signs of a really classy, mature player.
Something that is very unique to Tarinder. Has a lot of time on his hands, even if it's offloading or whether it's dumping the ball off the park. Reminds me of one of the fly-halves that Trinity had long years ago, Shanaka Kumar. I think it was in 1997. Had a lot of time on his hands as well. Very calm and composed. But it's been some time since Trinity had a fly-off of that nature.
Hirantha Pereira running back into traffic once again. This is a penalty. It's just outside the 40-meter mark. Hirantha might have a think of going for it. He's got the wind not at his back, but with him, yes. Indeed, they've chosen to go for it.
Good call, Shanaka.
There's plenty of time in this game, though. Got at least another 15 minutes, so what does it say, Kasun? There's 18 minutes left on this clock, so they might want to just take a breather, but a breather will do the Trinitians well also.
Ladies and gentlemen, appreciating the 20 years of service.
Just a quick mention, this coverage of the Milo President's Trophy Final 2012 brought to you in association with Nestle Lanka. Fabulous to have them on board, and thank you for joining us here on TheScore.lk. It's been a pleasure bringing you the pictures live from the Royal College Sports Complex.
Yeah, when we say we're bringing it live, we actually do, don't we?
Spot on, Sharaka.
Those of you who stayed home to watch this match on the big screens, on your flat screens, it's your laptop screens that you're watching it on. Good on you. That kick obviously not going because I don't think Hiranta Pereira expected it to go either. But it was a good tactic. They'll retrieve possession now.
The ball is going absolutely nowhere when it's kicked, isn't it, Shanaka? The breeze is just unpredictable at the moment.
Yes, it's a massive issue on and off, and that's what makes it so difficult because it's not a constant breeze. Charuka bangs it up the middle again. Single Akshana does well to bring him down. Fernando looking inside to Costa, running a great angle. He runs
Good work by
finds it this
Alves.
time. Here again.
Nagama caught off guard. Here's Arun Kumar. Good hands, good hands. Brilliant work by Isipathana.
This is when they're dangerous.
Out of nowhere, huge thrust of speed and outburst here.
Oh, Hiranta's dropped this one stone cold again. What an absolute shocker the boy is having. Feel sorry for him. There are two good players who are really not having a game of their lives today. Sanjay Somasuri for Trinity and Hiranta Pereira, the captain for, not the captain, but Hiranta Pereira, one of the game breakers for Isipathana. Both of them really having an off day. But before that, what a wonderful passage of play from Isipathana, Anup. It was great hands, superb angles, and I think what we're seeing right now is the back three. We've got a few more players on board that were first choice players. We've got Himasha on the park, and we've also got Hevage, who Hevage's got the number 11 jersey on, and he's obviously a first choice.
Hiranta's off day continues. Janaka drifts it to the left of the uprights. And so no points added. Tally remains 15-13. You got to feel for him.
It's the same breeze that we were talking about coming in from behind us, going across the field. Udita Taranatha. That's got to be a penalty, falling all over the ball, the Trinity arriving players, but goes the wrong way.
Taranatha has been kept quiet for quite some time throughout the second half, so that's probably worked well for Isipathana, and has. Flat kick by Ratata, probably not what he intended to do.
But you could see again he's thinking, Anup. It was not great execution, but he knows that the breeze is doing a lot, so he wanted to keep it low. And I have no problem with a player thinking and getting it wrong. He'll know better for the next time, but for the moment he's thinking, and that's something that's good to see.
Yeah, I remember the second leg of the Bradby last year. Rehan Veerakon also opted to go flat. I think even on that day the wind was quite a factor. Tisila now opting to run straight into heavy traffic, still on his feet.
One of the first times he's really touched the ball today in attack.
Yeah, true enough.
Takes it up nicely.
Insaf.
Big man brings it forward. Taken down by Disanaika, his opposite number. He's back on the field after giving the referee some lip. This is well within Thisila Karunatilaka's range.
Insaf seems to be favouring his left ankle.
He went down rather heavily there under challenge from Disanaika. Right out in front, but again into a stiff breeze. And the way Karunatilaka kicks it pretty much toe on. It's 50-50. No, it's well wide out to the right.
I'm not quite sure about the 3-point game, Shanaka, especially with this wind factor. I think it's always best to have the ball in hand and see what you can do with, on the field. Putting your money on the boot is something that has not worked out for either team.
Pereira kicks it straight to Karunatilaka. Plays a little football but runs it into touch. Kanil Seniviratnas dejectedly walking back to his position in defense. Hasn't really touched the ball much in attack, but has been sterling in defense. Both these players, Isipathana would have scored a lot more points if not for them.
And he's been really quiet as well. He's not marshalled with voice, but he's done it in by example rather, and something really nice to see at times.
He's that sort of a leader, isn't he, though, Anup? He's never been the guy to bark instructions or point fingers. He's always been the one leading by example, and that's the sort of Richie McCaw type leadership that you want to have from your rugby skipper.
Yeah, Tisila usually does all the talking, and you've seen time and time again, the two of them, they really charge the Trinitians up.
Udala Gama coming in off his wing, yelling across the field to Halik Wadud, gesturing almost in despair, but I don't know why he's doing that. It's only a 3-point game.
To come up after 10 years of history, trying to make history after 10 years, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, Trinity trying to defend their title. It is a crucial battle behind to the final part of the game.
It is almost like a repeat telecast of the league encounter, Shanaka, between these two teams.
Nothing in it, was there?
Nothing in it, absolutely nothing.
Arun Kumar brought down by the new man on the field.
Hettiarachi there.
Fernando at first receiver. Puts his shoulder down. Good tackling there by the number 6 for Trinity. He's had an outstanding game too. Numbers for De Costa. Should have gone the other way.
In play for Isipathana.
Himasha there. Doing well. Suryarachi puts a little chip back in field. Another chip. Sirivardhana rises to meet the ball. This is Gomis. Gomis to Kumar.
Always quite happy to take on Kumar.
Fernando.
Now room on the
Hiranta.
outside.
This is the new man Hevage. Does well to keep it in field. Suryarachi. This is good retention by Trinity. Sorry, by Isipathana.
Line
Lovely hit
offside,
there.
says referee.
Good hit by Sanjay Somasiri, but from an offside position.
Trinity looking a bit flustered now. They're just playing for the scoreboard by the looks of it. It's never a good tactic.
Hiranta doing the safe thing, just opting for touch, not trying to find too much distance into this breeze.
Chances are he wouldn't have been able to do so, given the unpredictability of the wind. We have two rainbows on the far end, Shanaka.
Oh, I say, it's a double rainbow. How often do you see that?
So, weather very unpredictable today.
One each for either school.
Hiranta were walking into heavy traffic there. Once again, Trinity caught offside. And tackler not rolling away.
Wonder if Trinity have seen those two rainbows. They might be hoping the fairies come out.
Okay, the referee having a stern word with Kanil Seniratna.
Probably giving a general warning to the team, saying that there's been a lot of flopping over off your feet. Be careful.
I think the next one might warrant for a card, Shanaka.
Yes, I think they will.
It's amazing how pin drop silent the crowd gets when and Hiranta finally gets it right. 3 points added. Isipathana believe at 18 points to 13.
Well, it's a try away now for Trinity. They will have to score. They have to cross Isipathana's line if they are to win or tie this game. Well taken there by Sirivardhana, who has been impressive at the restart. De Costa Dumps it up the field. Giragama catches it clean this time. Runs across. Halik Wadud drops the ball. Good work by Hiranta again. Keeps it on the ground. Tarinder Ratwata chasing back. He's done a lot of work today, this boy. Oh, lovely kick. Turns around and lets it fly 70 meters down the field.
Presence of mind.
Udala Gama makes a good tackle in the chase.
Trinity now having to play the game of their lives here.
That's a nice calm little bit of play from Hiranta Pereira. And Sanjay Somasiri's horror day continues. You really have to feel for the lad.
That about sums it up, doesn't it, Shanaka? It's been that kind of day for Somasiri. And it's unfortunate it had to be his last game in the college jersey.
It's been almost season for Trinity. They won the Bradby, but the two big ones have eluded them. Although you may argue that those are the two big ones, Anup.
I'll just pretend not to have heard that, Shanaka. At times ignorance can be bliss. Once again contested well at the lineouts. This is exactly where Trinity have faltered and where it has cost the game for them.
Again, no discipline from Trinity, advancing in front of the last foot. Hiranta Pereira pointing quickly to the posts, trying to make this game safe. He knows that it's just 18-13 at the moment and that a converted try will give the win to Trinity. And all it takes for a converted try is about 11 seconds. 9.5 if you've got Usain Bolt on the wing.
A few rain clouds drifting this way as well.
Hush descending on the grounds as Hiranta strikes it nicely.
And strikes it well. Look at the roar. Would you believe it? The crowd has come alive. And Isipathana are drawing ahead.
Silva, who's had a lovely game today.
Hityalachi doing well to cover him.
Well, it's a penalty, and what are they going to do with this? They're going to put it back, or are they going to kick the three? That's a good call by the coaching staff. They've sent the tee on. They want to get within another 5 points, Anup, and that's really a good call. Put some pressure on Isipathana as the rains come down.
Not quite sure the Lama was happy about it, but I think it's the wise decision that has been made. If at all, the Lagama can chase it just in case something goes wrong.
Yes, I think it's the right call. And
Flags
it is.
Go up.
Karnatilaka banging them within 5 points again. So it's 21 plays 16. A converted try will win it for them. Once again, the pressure is all on Isipathana to maintain this lead.
It's not over till Susan Boyle sings Shanaka.
Absolutely. And what is she going to be singing?
Lot to play for, and we've got 6 minutes on the clock officially, and injury time to be added on to that as well.
This restart is very important. Hiranta does a sensible thing and kicks long. Ratata will reply in kind. Arun Kumar, the most dangerous man on the pitch. Himasha to De Costa. De Costa.
Good kick. Good kick.
Will it go too far though? Wadu dots it down, but Isipathana will have a chance to regain possession. That's just a bounce of the ball, Anup, because if that ball bounced differently, we could be seeing a scrum attacking ball to Trinity in the Isipathana half.
Yeah, but good presence of mind yet again from very flat pass, you'd think, Shanaka?
Well, flat is one word. I could use another word to describe it that begins with F.
It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? Even the passes very unpredictable.
Charuka.
Space on the outside if they want it. If they want it. Giragama. Ay.
Well, that I think that was a fair call. Giragama did drop it in possession. It's he's got a cramp for his trouble as well. Tisila did well, but it wasn't a great pass to Giragama, and can't blame the lad for dropping that ball.
Well, 2 men on the deck, one for Isipathana, one for Trinity.
Play on then.
True enough.
Giragama is fine, nothing but a little bit of cramp, but he has been replaced. You don't want a cramping player, especially when you need a length of the field try to score.
Alu Vihare on the field for Giragama. We haven't seen Sheikh in Trinity colours in his knockout status, and here we go, skipper in the thick of things.
Nice dummy by Arun Kumar, finding a space on the inside. Good call by the ref.
Referee Somasiri, a bit too strong that pass.
Tisula Karunatilaka runs into a very stiff shoulder.
Udalagama, good work, good clean collection. That ball has been stolen, has it?
No, Trinity still have it, Anup, by the looks of things. Alik Wadud. At scrum half. Can he spark something?
Big hit there by Insaf. Wise thing to do there, had to keep the ball in hand. Didn't have the speedsters on his flanks. Hetti Arachi. Ay. But he knew there was advantage in play. Quick tap taken. Looking for the blind side chips.
Wadud going for the chip, but putting it full out into touch, and that's the game.
Has been blown at the
that's the game for Isipathana. And they deserve this, Anup. I think they've put to rest the debate that whether or not they were the better side in the league, whether they won by courtesy of a technical legal point, or whether they won on the field. And I think they've answered that question today. They played all the rugby. Trinity had a couple of opportunistic tries which they managed to get into the lead with, but Isipathana coming back and playing all the rugby, having all the possession, managed to starve the danger men Tisila Karunatilaka and Kanil Seneviratne of the ball, and that was the end of that. I thought they played well in patches, but they did really well in the bits that they managed to hold on to. So despite set piece domination from Isipathana, Trinity holding on, testament to their character to come so close, but 21-16, I think it's about a fair result.
Trinity not being able to retain the President's Trophy. They were the champions, beating this very Isipathana side, this very school in the finals last year, this time last year as well. But Isipathana having sweet revenge.